Occupation, in charge of media. He perhaps doesn't know it at the time. Somewhere up the road, he's looking for sanity. Successful in most things, but not in the one effort that all men try at some time in their lives. And also, like all men, perhaps there'll be an occasion that are a part of the Twilight Zone.
Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. And on this episode, I'm gonna try and go ahead and finish the F350. We're gonna go ahead and set up all the oil lines and the fuel lines, and reinstall the turbo, and try to rewrap the wiring harness inside the valley, so that's gonna look nice and clean. Install new boots, new clamps, all that good stuff, and hopefully we're gonna get her to fire up in this episode. And I do apologize that it's taken a little bit longer than it should. I'm still working on other projects in the background, like the Betsy behind the truck there, and I'm doing a bathroom remodel for the wife while trying to go to work at the same time. So I'm doing the best that I can with the time that I have, but hopefully we'll get this truck fired up in this video. And I'm gonna start right now. Alright, so first thing what I want to do is I want to figure out how to run the oil lines so it kind of flows a lot better. And then I want to figure out how to run the fuel lines from here, one to the back of the head and one to the front of the head right here. Basically I want to try to organize everything and kind of make it flow so it doesn't look like a huge mess thrown in here and just all kind of weird looking. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay everything out, connect everything, and then I'll show you the layout. And I'm gonna use this gasolia on the threads over here behind the fuel bowl. Alright, and here we go, and I pretty much have it all set up and exactly how I like it. This high pressure oil pump, this is kind of like the only natural way it can go. If you go down under, then it's too tight and it's bending a little bit too much in this corner. So that's pretty much the only option really here. I'm wondering if this side was also a 45-degree fitting, if that would flow a little better. I don't know, maybe not, maybe yes, but so far it's looking pretty good. So that's good. This is good. And I installed new compression fittings on the lines, one for this one, which I already kind of hand tightened on there, and then one new one right here for the FRX system that's going to go right here. I'm going to install the FRX system after I tighten all this down and redo the wiring harness, and then put the wiring harness in and then see how that sits, just in case, so that's not in the way, in case I have to change something. And also the fittings right here, I got them all installed. I was gonna run this one that way. This one flows naturally underneath this high pressure oil line right here, so you can't really see it. You can even zip tie it if you want to, but whatever. And then I got the second one right here. I was gonna run it kind of over and then kind of curve it down underneath the pedestal, but then it was gonna be rubbing against the pedestal like that. So This is a harder way to fit this one underneath, but it's doable. It's a really tight fit, but it's doable. So that's what I got for this one on the bottom here. So that one goes under, kind of nice and neat here, and then it doesn't rub on pedestal or anything. It just kind of flows underneath there. And then I'm going to tighten that side as well after I run the wiring harness and make sure that everything is nice and not in the way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this wiring harness and redo it because it looks horrible, looks disgusting, and it's going to look like a piece of garbage laying here in the valley. So I'm going to pull this out. I think there's this area right here is going to be kind of tight to getting it out over here in between here, so I might have to remove the plastic shield and then carefully slide it up and then get it out. And then there's also ground connected on the bottom there, I believe somewhere over here. So there's a plug that goes to CPS on the bottom, and then you got this plug that goes right here, so I got that disconnected already. And then you got a plug for this sensor right here. So all of that is disconnected. I just got to remove the ground over here. There's a ground bolt, and I believe there's another one somewhere over here on the passenger fender. So once that's disconnected, then I can pretty much yank it all out, and then we're gonna set it up and make it look nice and clean. And I'll show you the looms that I got and the tape that I'll be using. So if you guys want to do this, I'll give you some ideas. All right, let's continue on. Alright, and here's the harness. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip out all the plastics and the tape off of here. It's kind of covered in oil and dirt and all that stuff. So, and then I'm going to pretty much try to wrap it the same way as it is right now. Here are a bunch of packs I got from Amazon. We got skinnier ones. What is this? 10 millimeter. And then we got 14 millimeter. 6 millimeter for really thin work, and then we got the thicker ones. This is 1/2 inch right here, and I think I got a 3/4, and this one's a 3/4, and 1 inch. So we'll see what we can do with this one. Obviously for like 1 inch I'm going to do this stuff, and then 3/4 is going to be the next step down, and then obviously work my way from there. And I also got some Maxwell electrical cloth tape. This is much better than just like a regular electrical tape. So this would be really good for tying, wrapping the ends. All right, so let's go ahead and strip this whole harness and start putting on the new looms. Well guys, here's what I got so far. Pretty much wrapped the thicker parts all the way to the end here. And sadly, I wanted to finish these, but I realized that this pack that I got does not separate on the sides like this one. It doesn't wrap around the cables. You have to slip this one through, which means I have to remove the plugs, and I don't have a way to remove the plugs, and I didn't really want to do this route, but I didn't realize that these are slide-ons, not wrap-on. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to cut this short and order the ones that split and not slide on. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna probably take a couple days for the thinner one to come in from Amazon so I can wrap the rest of this stuff. So yeah, it kind of sucks that everything else is finished. It's ready for a harness, and then I can put everything else in, but in this case it was my mistake, and I'm gonna have to wait a couple days for the new looms to come in. It's my bad, I do apologize. I guess thanks for watching. If you're new, subscribe, and on the next video we'll get her done with the right looms ordered and everything else back in, and we'll start it up. All right, see you guys in the next one.